What up, YouTubers? Thank you so much for joining me on today's video of stocks, sports, and stupid shit. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Chipotle Mexican Grill. We're going to be talking about the playoff games from last night, and we're also going to be talking about some stupid shit a guy did win a Tesla. So to get right into the video, let's talk about our stock talk for the day, Chipotle Mexican Grill. This is a restaurant that I want to talk about because they just reported earnings last week, and their stock has been doing, pretty bad from the past 2-3 years, all because of the, neurovirus scandals and all the, illnesses that people, got from eating at Chipotle. So they've had a lot of bad publicity, and they just reported earnings last week, and they absolutely killed earnings. Absolutely killed it. Their stock went up $80 from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. And that's a lot of money, guys. If you threw money in Chipotle, on Monday, each share that you bought, you would have made $80 on. If you bought a stock option, which is a contract of 100 stocks, and you predicted that stock to go up, you would have been up massively. You've been up like a huge amount of profit. And it's one of those restaurants where, if you're not familiar with Chipotle, what they sell is Mexican style healthy food, fast casual food that basically means that it's different than what you think of when fast food, when McDonald's and Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, where it's not really good for you, it's not healthy for you. It might be freezed, or it might be like frozen or fried. And what Chipotle and other people have done, or other companies like Panera Bread, or Moe's Mexican Grill, or Qdoba, is like what they done is they brought in healthy food, and they're like, okay, we're gonna prepare this every day. We're gonna open up a little bit later, but have our employees come in at let's say 7 o'clock. The restaurant opens at 10. From 7 to 10, that's prep time. So we prep the food, get the food all ready for the customers for the day. Then throughout the day, we make the food in front of them, all the fresh ingredients in front of you, and it's a very good way of it's the new generation of food, basically, because people got tired of the French fries and the burgers and all that, and people really their taste buds really want something better for them, something that is healthier, but they also wanted that price to be not at like a crazy amount of money that you'd spend at like an Applebee's or an Outback or a Texas Roadhouse. They just wanted a cheap option that was healthy for them. And that's what companies like Chipotle have done, and Panera. And those are two of the really top dogs right now. And this trend's going to continue. There's a company called Be Good in my area that does the same thing. And they're really the next generation of food. And Chipotle is one of the analysts, like top hedge fund analysts. Like, a lot of them love this stock. I mean, this stock 3 years ago was overvalued. I mean, this stock was over $700 just 3 years ago, and that's crazy to think. A stock at $700 and you're a fast casual, company. That's just crazy. I mean, just last year, their CEO Steve Ellis, who founded the restaurant, since the 90s, I mean, he stepped down. Someone from the board of directors stepped up as CEO. And it looks like they're doing very well. I mean, their sales are very strong. They're very profitable. It's a good company. It's a company that I wouldn't advise, buying stocks in. I personally wouldn't buy stocks in it. What I am interested in with Chipotle is stock options, because I think this is a stock that, if they continue to make numbers, but first of all, before I invested in it, they would have to make numbers at least 4 quarters in a row, for me at least. And I would be interested in some stock options for Chipotle, because if they make numbers 4 years in a row and we have a strong economy and it looks like they're going to be growing, I would definitely buy some stock options, predicting that stock to go up over time. I'd buy the stock options maybe like a year or 2 out, and hopefully profit off of that. But that's our stock talk for the day, Chipotle Mexican Grill. Let's get into some sports. There was a lot of good games last night. My home team, Boston Bruins, killed Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2. They just destroyed them. That's a very promising sign for the Bruins, honestly. I mean, they are the better team, and they should definitely win the series, but it's good to see them take game 1. In other news, there was also the NBA playoffs, where my other home team, the Boston Celtics, won in game 7 against the Bucks. Al Horford had a big game. He dropped like 24 points. Tatum had 20. I think there was 3 Celtics in general that had 20-plus points. Jaylen Brown left that game with a hamstring injury. Hopefully he'll be okay for Game 1 tomorrow against the 76ers. Because, wow, the Celtics are definitely going to need Jaylen Brown for the 76ers if they're going to want to win that series. So hopefully he's ready to suit up. Hopefully he's healthy. Also last night, the Pelicans got killed. The Pelicans got killed by Golden State. Golden State just looked like, playoff Golden State, and they just ran away with that. But hey, Golden State's probably going to run away with the series. After what I saw last night, that's what it looks like. They just look like an overall better team, and they're getting Steph Curry back for Game 2. So it's like if Kyrie came back to the Celtics. If Kyrie was healthy and came back to the Celtics, you beat the 76ers in 5 games minimum. But that's for sports. Let's get right into our stupid shit category, which this isn't new stupid shit, but it happened last year at this time. So on this date last year, there was a man in England who had his Tesla Model S, and he did some real stupid shit with it. He did some really stupid shit. What he decided to do, he was driving the car on the highway, and he decided to put it on autopilot and then move over to the passenger seat and just relax. Swear to God. And while he was on the highway, it was actually busy and very traffic, like there was a lot of traffic going on, and his buddy was behind him, videotaping the whole thing. And the guy obviously, I don't think he crashed or anything. I don't think anything horrible happened. But the police were called. Police did pull him over. And basically what he said was, this is what he said, literally. He was like, "Oh, I was just being silly." He started off like that. "Oh, I was just being silly. This is a super smart car. It can do all these crazy features. I'm just the one that got caught." I don't know, man. You I understand Tesla is a power car, and putting on autopilot, you do feel safer than other cars. But at the same time, you can't put on autopilot and then just go in the passenger seat and take a nap. Come on, the car's not at that level yet. That's a super safety hazard. And you're having your buddy videotape that. That's not really that cool either. I don't know what you're trying to prove there. And obviously the guy didn't care based on, what he said to the police and what we found out what he said. So that was some stupid shit for sure. But thank you so much for joining me on today's episode, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have the best day of your life. Thank you.